pimples normal? How to properly clean down there? How do you get over a breakup? How do I feel confident during smexy time? Can we normalize period shit? Hello? No!
Don't sing!
I have now tried to start this video 9 times. Welcome to a sit-down video with Samantha Jo. This isn't something we get to experience very often because this is a little bit out of my element. I don't know if you can tell, but she's got some blonde pieces, okay? She's coming back. Hello, my name is Samantha Jo. I'm 22 years old, and I'm here to talk to you about a lot of things that you might be afraid to talk to anyone else about. Things that might be a little bit too much information to ask your mom or your sister or your friends. Things that should be more commonly talked about but aren't. I will take one for the team. I got this. I wish younger Samantha would have had a video like this to watch. When I saw this trend start going around on YouTube,
I got so excited.
for some reason, girl talk is super taboo. It's like not even stuff you really talk about with your friends unless you have some good friends. These should be things that we're able to talk about. So that's why I am here. I am here to serve as your big sister,
Your educator,
your guardian angel. I've always wanted to be a big sister. I've never got to experience this. So if you're older than me, pretend like I'm your big sister. Okay, I'm going to give you guys as much information as I have. I asked you guys to ask me on Instagram things you wanted advice on, questions
the burning questions.
you've always wanted answered. Okay? I'm here to answer them for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm 22. I've only been around this side a few times. I am not the most experienced human, but I am going to do my absolute best to make sure that you leave this video well informed. When you leave this video, you will take something away from this, okay? That's a promise. That is a guarantee. I'll make sure you leave here with a new skill, with a new personality trait, maybe.
Confidence.
So you're gonna leave this video with confidence. Sorry for the brief interruption, but it is time to talk about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I've worked with them in the past and I really love them. Skillshare is an online learning community that has thousands of classes.
For creative and curious people.
They help you explore new skills that you might not know that you had, develop your existing interests that you've already dabbled in, and get lost in creativity along the way. I have been taking DIY cinematography, how to make your video look like a film. The teacher's name is Ryan Booth. I wanted to take this class because like obviously my job is making videos and like filming myself, but obviously it's like less serious. It's not as much of like a produced format, but that kind of stuff still really interests me. So in this class, he's like teaching us how to like shoot a room, like find the best lighting and like get the best shots in more of like a serious way. So like for me, I can see it being useful if I were to want to like shoot a wedding or something of that sort. I've genuinely really been enjoying it, and it's just a way that I can feel like I'm bettering my mind without having to pay an arm and a leg, if that makes sense. If you're just bored sitting at home and you're looking for something to do, or you're trying to focus on like self-care through working your creative mind, or just join a community that has similar interests and similar creativeness that you do, Skillshare is the perfect place for you to continue learning. We never have to stop learning. It's never too late to learn. So if you guys want to check out Skillshare, they're actually doing something really, really cool for you guys. So the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description box will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership, and after that, it is only around $10 a month. Once again, huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into the girl talk. That being said, I'm gonna do my best. I want to start with a question that I'm extremely passionate about because this is something baby Sam struggled with that I never ever would have thought I would be telling 600,000 people on the internet because I hid it and I was so ashamed of it. Now that I'm older and I no longer struggle with it, I'm less scared. Are butt pimples normal? Yeah, we're getting right into this, okay? Butt pimples are normal, especially when you're going through like
Puberty or hormonal changes.
but there are so many things you can do to lessen your butt pimples, okay? Picture this. Sam, like 4th, 5th grade. My hair is about this short, cut into a bob because I didn't brush it. I was one of those kids. I went through that phase. Let me know if you did too. Make me feel better about it. She looked pretty normal on the outside, okay? I looked kind of scary. I looked normal, right? But I was hiding a big secret. And it wasn't that I didn't wear a bra and I should have. It's that I had
butt pimples.
my butt pimples. What can I call them? Pimples. My pimples were pretty bad, okay? I'm assuming it had something to do with the fact that I didn't understand the importance of hygiene. Like, I can tell you to take a shower because you should do that like every day, but I don't want you to get frustrated if they don't go away. It's normal. Let's say you work out, okay? And you have some leggings on with a thong or just full commando, because that happens sometimes. Not personally for myself because I have a fupa, and if I were to work out without underwear compressing my fupa, it would clap. If you were to do that and not take a shower right away afterwards, it is very, very likely that you are going to get a butt pimple. It is normal. Same can happen, let's say it's summertime, okay, and you go swimming in a lake, take a little dip in the pool,
Trip to the spa.
and you don't shower right away after you're done in the lake water. It is very common to get pimples. And honestly, I know they can be embarrassing, but people don't see your butt very often. Maybe they do. Good for you. Love that for you. I'm gonna tell you what helped me get rid of my pimples, okay? The first and most obvious answer is to take a shower. Take a freaking shower. You don't need to wash your hair every day. You've gotta do everyone a favor and shower every day. Number 2 is to wear cotton underwear. This might be wrong, but I did it and it worked. I wore cotton Fruit of the Loom undies. The cotton just absorbed all of that extra sweat between the cotton underwear and
Washing my butt.
with a bar of Dove soap, unscented. I used a couple different like acne body washes and that never really did anything. Just using like plain soap every single day. That's all you gotta do. Speaking of unscented soap, another very, very asked question: how to properly clean down there? Tips and tricks. This is something I feel like I can give you some really good advice on, okay? I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a dermatologist or a gynecologist, but I am a female who owns a vagina. No, I can't say that. Who owns
A vagine.
I think I've perfected my cleaning methods. And it is very simple, and it is something you guys have heard me talk about all the time, and that is a bar of unscented soap and a very unfortunate towel. I've had some people tell me not to use a towel because it can get like bacteria and stuff in there, but I wash my towel and I haven't had any issues thus far. And
She's doing pretty good.
you don't want to use scented soap. Apparently it messes with your pH. I'm not really sure exactly. I just know a few years ago I learned that I wasn't supposed to be using like Summer's Eve or any sort of like scented soaps down there. Actually, I learned that when I visited Andrew, meaning I was 20 years old. She does smell a lot better since switching to a bar of unscented soap, so I swear by this.
My PhD is doing great.
The next question: how do I feel confident during
Smexy time.
or just confident in a relationship? I need help. I am not the most experienced when it comes to smexy time, but I can kind of give a general knowledge on being in a relationship, not feeling the most confident in your body maybe, and just like being like with your partner in general, okay? This is something I really struggled with. We're gonna get a little real. I have struggled with my body image for as long as I can remember. I honestly don't remember a time where I was walking on this earth, strutting my shit, feeling like a dime. It just hasn't happened for me. It's something I've spent the last year working on. Loving myself, being comfortable with myself, and accepting that someone else can love me even though I might not think I'm the hottest chick on the block. Now we're trying to change that by telling ourselves every single day that we are hot shit. I am hot shit. Oh, who's that? Who's that sexy thing? I see you over there. That's you.
And me.
Vibing over here. You get the point, okay? I haven't been in a relationship in a long time. I recently just got into a relationship. It was really hard at first to just like understand that just to be completely comfortable around another person, if we would be sitting watching a movie and like cuddling or something, and he would like grab my stomach or like my side or like put his arm on my side, I would like flinch because I'm just not used to someone like touching parts of my body that I'm insecure about, like my stomach. As cliche as it sounds, it's just coming to the realization that your partner thinks you're beautiful. They are with you because they care about you. Your partner isn't looking at you searching for flaws. I think I was listening to Anything Goes. It's Emma Chamberlain's podcast, and she was talking about how sometimes if you're with a guy or girl, whoever, and you're just not feeling like the most confident about yourself, sometimes you just gotta fake it till you make it. Like, put on a show, and before you know it, you're gonna believe it. If you have to, fake it till you make it, but make sure you're comfortable and make sure your partner is making sure you are comfortable. How the fuck do you shave your and not get razor burn or ingrown hairs? This is something I've only recently perfected. I don't know why I lived so long without learning how to properly do this. Let me tell you my current routine. First step, you're gonna wash yourself down there.
You know, clean her up good.
Make sure there's no like dirt or bacteria. And you are going to put the shaving cream on, like, and then you're gonna take your razor and you're gonna go with the grain, okay? I always go with the grain first. Honestly, I was looking at like the way my hair grows the other day, and I've kind of noticed it's like this. So I don't know what they mean when they tell you to go with the grain. I've just decided that down is a good direction to go first. Once I've shaved everything like downwards, I'll just do one quick little shaving upwards. And I have found that's how I get like the closest shave. Now, when it comes to like how frequently you should shave, that is 100% up to you. That was also a question that was asked a lot. Like, should I shave for my boyfriend? Do boys care if I'm shaved? Don't let anyone else dictate whether or not you shave. If you want to shave, you shave it as much as you want, but I don't recommend shaving it every day. I'm only saying that because
it hurts.
How often do you weigh yourself? I've gotten in the bad habit of every day. This is definitely a big sister moment. I used to weigh myself every single day. I know for some people it's not unhealthy for them to weigh themselves every day, but I know personally I check my weight once every like week or 2 weeks just to make sure I'm not overeating. I gain weight really easily. Trigger warning. I'm not going to be going into detail, but I'm going to be mentioning eating disorders, so skip ahead like a minute if you don't want to hear about it. I want you all to be safe. This is a safe place. Because I have binge eating disorder, the scale is a very touchy thing for me. I do understand its importance to make sure I'm not gaining a ton of weight in times where my binging is really bad. I want to make sure I'm not putting on a lot of weight because that's obviously not healthy, but also when my mental health isn't the best, my eating disorder is kind of bad. When my eating disorder is a little bit worse, I kind of have to stay away from it. I just begin to like weigh myself like 7 times a day. Your body fluctuates in weight so much, and this is still something I struggle with. Your weight from the morning to when you go to sleep are totally gonna be different. Personally, I feel like if you struggle at all with your eating and your weight and it like triggers you in any way, don't weigh yourself more than once a week. If you can, do it like every 2 weeks. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I know personally, I find I am overall happier when I'm not weighing myself every day. I avoid it, but I know that there are people that can weigh themselves every day. So I think you just have to be honest with yourself. Do what you think is gonna be best for you and your body. This next one I want to include, I don't have a good personal experience with this topic, okay? How do you get over a breakup? I have been through one breakup, like a junior in high school. I don't know if it counts.
I was sad.
Hindsight, I didn't actually care about this person very much. I think I was more sad about the fact that I just didn't have a boyfriend anymore than I was about the actual person themselves. Pray to God I don't have to go through a breakup because my boyfriend is pretty great. I'm sorry if you're going through a breakup. I love you. It'll be okay. But I have watched my friends go through breakups, my sister go through breakups. In the comments, you guys should all leave advice for each other if you guys have gone through like really bad breakups. From what I've gathered, it's important to do a few things. Everyone just tells you to like forget about them, move on, like bottle it up, chuck them to the side. I actually think it's really important for you to like take time, reflect on your relationship, think about your relationship, think about lessons that you've learned from that relationship, things that you can do better in your next relationship, things that you want to look for in your next relationship. I don't think in most situations that just forgetting the relationship ever happened is a good idea because we learn something from everything that we go through, even if it's really, really bad. So that's the first thing I think you should do is reflect, but don't sulk in it for too long. Number 2, continue living your life. Don't put your life on hold because of a breakup, okay? I promise you it gets better. The world is going to keep moving, so you don't want to get behind. Go and live your best
freaking life.
Because you sitting and sulking in your bed is only letting the other person win. I'm telling you, you're a bad bitch. I'm telling you. I forgot what my points were. I got really heated. I feel like I was made to answer this next question. How to be okay with not having a lot of friends. This is something every now and then I still struggle with. Sometimes I see other people my age, like other influencers my age, in like LA or just other cities, surrounded by so many people, just having so much fun. Not necessarily during a pandemic, but you get what I'm saying. I get envious of it sometimes because I suck at like being social because I've never known how to do it. I get around people and I become a clam. But like when it's just me and like Andrew, I'm fine. I see all these people living their best lives, being good at socializing, and that's something I wish I was good at.
But I'm not.
I think if the pandemic would have never happened, I would have moved somewhere and forced myself to make friends. I have this deep appreciation for the people I do have in my life, okay? As my mental health has gotten better, I feel like I have more time and energy for more people, but definitely like when I was super depressed, I don't have like the energy to talk to that many people. Being someone's friend is like a lot more work than what you think it is. In order to be a good friend, you have to be willing to like be there for someone whenever they need you and like talk to them and have conversations with them. I don't have the energy to do that with 10 people. I have a handful of people that I can count on one hand, and those people I do my absolute best to be the best friend that I can for them. That is okay. You are not defined by the amount of friends that you have. Sure, I could have like 25 friends and not be super close to any of them, or I could have like the 3 friends I have and be super close to all of them. Focus on making good connections, even if it's only 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. Those friendships are gonna mean so much more to you than having 30 snap streaks, if people still do that. I'm excited about this one. Can we normalize
Period shit.
Wait a damn minute.
Yes. Yes, we can. This is something that I did not realize was normal until like a year ago. I, for some reason, thought I was weird that when I get my period, I poop a little more than normal.
And by little, I mean a lot.
This is so normal. The same thing with period farts. It just happens. No idea the science behind it, so don't even ask me. I'm really hoping that you guys weren't expecting like the why. What is the best thing to wear under leggings? I think this answer is determined by what you got going on down there. I'm gonna speak for myself. I suffer with
Fat upper pussy area syndrome.
I got a big fupa. I like to wear thongs, but I like to wear thongs that have like a thick front. Fenty makes some really good, they're probably briefs, okay? But they cut up pretty high that like it kind of looks like you're wearing a thong, but the coverage in the front is so good. Also, Lane Bryant has some good thongs with good coverage in the front. That's what I prefer to wear with my leggings. I wear Lululemon leggings in a size 14, and I am a size like 20 to 22 in jeans. I know people that don't wear anything when they wear leggings. I know people, me, who sometimes wear granny panties with leggings. Like, it just doesn't matter. It's a preference thing. Like, what do you want your butt to look like? Do you mind if there's an underwear line? If you don't, wear the granny panties. They're much more comfortable. Sometimes the thong sits up at the top of your butt and just like
wreaks havoc in there.
Let me tell you, it's not a good time. That's what I wear. A good toilet paper brand. Is this not something people talk about? I actually was asked this quite a few times. I don't know if it's like a joke that I don't know about.
I use Charmin.
We've always used Charmin like in my house growing up, and they have the best commercials. It's in like the red package mixed with a bidet. How do I ask if me and my guy are exclusive? I'll act it out for you.
Hey bitch.
How many hoes you got? How many girls are you talking to? Am I your one and only? Obviously, I'm kidding a little bit. People nowadays love to beat it around the bush. I don't know if people are afraid of answers. If you are talking to a guy or a girl or anyone and you like the vibes that are going on between the two of you and you really want it to be exclusive, put your big boy pants on, walk over to them and ask them. Say, hey,
I really like what we have going on here. I like the way it makes me feel. I am just wondering what we are or how you're feeling about it. Are we talking to other people? Are we seeing other people? Are we still exploring our other options?
just ask them. The worst that can happen, they tell you what you don't want to hear. They're talking to a bunch of other people. And you know what? You pick your pride up, shoulders back, chin high, and say, all right, I am looking for something more exclusive. And you walk your booty out the door and you give your time and attention to someone that wants the same things you want. You do you live your best life, and the people that are supposed to be in your life will be in your life. I'm scared of birth control because of the side effects I've heard of. Do you have any experience with it? I actually don't have a bad experience with birth control, but I recently have learned I cannot take hormonal birth control. And that is because I get aura migraines. And I don't know if this is just new knowledge to everyone, but since I found out about it, I've heard it from like 4 or 5 other people that they also can't take it for that reason. My only option is like a copper IUD. I know the reason I wanted it and had it in the first place was to like regulate my period because it was so irregular. I'm not currently on birth control and I haven't been for a while. The list of side effects is astronomical, okay? There's a bunch of TikToks going around about it. Honestly, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you whether you should or shouldn't be on birth control. I'm not in like the space to tell you whether you can, whether you should or shouldn't. I just think that it's something you should talk to your doctor about. It's not something you have to be ashamed about. There are so many more questions, but I have no idea if you guys even enjoy this type of video. Like, do you like listening to me talk? Do you feel closer to me now? I feel closer to you. Hopefully, I've given you some sort of advice that is helpful. I know a lot of you guys were asking me how to put a tampon in. That could have been fun. I feel like that's for part 2. If you guys really like this video, I will film a part 2 to it and teach you guys how to put a tampon in and any other juicy things that you guys want to talk about that might be a little bit TMI. That is all I got. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna go to bed now. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.